California and New York lost a combined 1.4 million residents in 2022. Let's go to this number here to see what the number looks like. By the way, the thing with this is, Rob, can you also pull up the net migration number as well? Because this may be the... okay, let's go through this and then we'll see it. Okay, so California and New York lost a combined 1.4 million residents in 2022. Florida and Texas are the big winners in America's ongoing migration trend, with Florida gaining 249,000 residents, Texas welcoming 174,000 more newcomers than departures. Arizona, Georgia, and North Carolina saw more arrivals coming in than departures, while California and New York combined for nearly 1.4 million lost. Holy moly, 1.4 million. Migration patterns are primarily driven by employment, housing affordability, lower living costs, and tax consideration. High taxes, elevated crime rates, and an influx of migrants are pushing people away from states like New York, while housing costs and taxes are key drivers of California population loss. Tough new environmental rules, such as the restrictions on non-zero emissions vehicles, are also contributing to California's exodus. Can you imagine that? Restrictions on non-zero emissions vehicles, and then at the top, the next story is L.A., other liberal cities among biggest targets as organized crime problems cost retailers billions. Tom, when you see the story, what do you think about?
Well, California, New York, I'm going to do some math for you. 1.4 million residents lost. After the last census, each congressman, and Rob, if you could pause the mammograms for a second, maybe look this up. I believe a congressional district is now 750, a little over 750, which means that California and New York have lost each one congressman when we come up and we do the reassessment after the census. So what that means is California, I'll translate it the other way, in election year, California and New York have probably each lost another electoral vote the next time that we adjust the playing field, and there's going to be new congressmen, probably one Texas, one Florida, the way it's going. That's the first part. I look at this and I say, people talk about the exodus. We also have to remember this exodus is realigning our government. Those are probably going to be bright red or at least purple. If it happens to be in the Austin area, be more of a purple representative. But that's the first thing that I see. And then the second thing I see is that, you know, bad actors are just taking advantage of it. Like what's happening with Los Angeles and the liberal cities, you know, defund the police, do all this, and now the crime is up. You know, I was reading that the Canoga Park Nordstrom that was in the San Fernando Valley that we all saw, this is about 2 months ago, the big looting.
Yep. Yeah.
And Pat and I were there. Wait, we used to walk in that door with our wives all the time from Topanga Canyon. It was Topanga Canyon Victory, an area called Topanga Canyon, Topanga Mall. Now it's, I guess, Westfield or something. But we used to walk there and feel relatively safe shopping there. Yet look at what was happening there. Apparently that was an organized crime group that did that massive smash and grab. And so defund the police, you know, California, wait, you know, if it's not $1,000, we won't even prosecute the theft. You know, you break a window on a car, take a laptop, if it's not more than $1,000, they don't, you can report it to your insurance company.
You know, it's crazy you're saying
That's
that,
it.
Tom.
But they're pushing out and they're causing this and they're going to get a government restructuring.
But here's the question though. It says organized retail crime is escalating across U.S. with retailers reporting. You know how much inventory loss it is? Does this seem like an insane number? $112 billion in 2023. Let me say that one more time. $112 billion in losses, not million.
Billion.
Guys, Tom, does that sound like a big number? That sounds like a massive number to me.
If we were to look at that, hey, do something real quick. I think I have one here.
Hey, Tom, why are you yelling at Rob today?
Rob, hey, Rob. Yes. Rob, can you look up Levi Strauss revenue last year? Because to Pat's point,
I'm wearing Levi's right now.
To Pat's point, we're going to see what Levi Strauss revenue is and compare it to $112 billion. Look at this.
Yep.
Look at this. $6 billion. So what is this?
Yeah.
This is 20 Levi's.
Wow.
20 Levi's. To Pat's point.
Yeah.
And do I think it's a big number? That's a massive
Tom,
number.
you know about Levi Strauss, right?
Nazis.
You
Jews.
like, by the way,
I'm saying they make great jeans.
let me tell you, don't be wearing them buttonfly 501s. because it takes them hookers longer to open them.
Damn right. Hey, so, Pat, I have a statement and I have a question. First of all,
Vinny, talk like a goddamn vampire.
You
buddy.
need Velcro or zippers.
I mean, Vinny.
I can't take it because the whole time you were talking, he's just like, damn bastards breaking and entering. All right, so
I mean, I got something to say, but go ahead, Vinny.
Wait,
Go
wait,
ahead.
here's my thing.
Vinny, go with Pat's question. This is 20 Levi's.
No, this is where I'm going. Like Florida and Texas, they're saying Florida and Texas are the big winners. I don't think it's big winners. I don't think we're winning that everybody wants to come here because I don't think it's going to help us out. But number one. Number two, Pat, when you see something like that, 100 what billion?
112 billion.
Defund the police, all that. I don't believe in anything like, oh, we just want to do because we cared about cops killing. This seems like a concerted effort to make all those shops shut down, all those places shut down where the government has to go in and the government opens up the businesses and then you have to, and they obviously are going to have their own security. This isn't by accident, Pat. That's not a defund the police and all these $1,000.
Wait. Are you saying like our government's going to, I got to ask, I see where you're going. I understand you.
Yeah.
God bless you. I love you. But I think you just said like the government's going to operate malls and got like,
Not
Not in my America.
But Tom, my question is this: you say they say defund the police, all this smash and grab. Wait, make it make sense to me. You under $1,000, I think it was $1,800 in some places.
I thought California it was misdemeanor and they won't even prosecute.
So that's one thing. So crime, we're not going to get you in trouble, and then. Defund the police. That's what's happening. So you don't see a pattern where they're purposely doing it to make all these places shut down. That $115 billion. You think that's just an accident that just happened, Tom? I'm being genuine. What's the main goal? I don't look at it as face value. Take a step back.
Do I think
and say,
they're
why is the
global-
government
do I
doing
Kick his ass, Vinny.
Do I think there are globalists that like what they're seeing here in terms of civil unrest? Yes, I do. But do I think our own government is somehow behind, let's do this?
Well, the government is behind. Tom, they're the ones that are saying defund the police, and they're the ones that are saying, crime under $2,000 at $1,800 isn't a crime. It's like they want the chaos, Tom. Why? I'm asking why the chaos.
Yeah. I think the globalists and the ones that, supported BLM and things and a certain,
George Soros.
yes,
Yeah.
and a certain governor from Michigan,
Gretchen.
Gretchen baby. And do I think they want the civil unrest? Do I think they want to defund the police and that was their agenda? Yes. But government, big G, I don't think they want this.
So
But I
here's my
think
question,
there's people in government, the squad and everybody that love the fact this is happening and think of it as a form of income redistribution.
Guys, this is called the PBD podcast, not the Tom and Vinny circle jerk. You lived in
Let the boy.
Yeah, Pat, you lived in California for how long?
Hang on.
Plums.
Pat,
Sam, like 15, 20 years?
Pat.
24 years.
Vinny,
Yeah, I
Vinny
mean-
and I are going at it.
Yeah, okay.
Let the boy watch.
Yeah, all right, I'll sit
But
this
Pat,
one out.
do you think it's a concerted effort because they're going to shut down all this stuff? They obviously want us buying online with Amazon and stuff.
Did you guys see what the Disney guy who owns the most shares came out said? Can you type in? I don't even think we have that story here. Type in Disney shareholder. He's a $2.5 billion guy. Put $2.5 billion. Go to news and $2.5 billion. He says this guy came out and said something. Go to news. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah,
Peltz.
right there. That the first one right there at the top.
Yeah.
So here's what you got to look at that has to do with the story in L.A. Activist Peltz wants multiple seats at Disney, owns $2.5 billion in stake in Mickey Mouse, Mouse House. Then you go lower, and this guy says, but the Disney stock's down 30%. The 82-year-old billionaire investor is now expected to ask the company for multiple board seats, including one for himself, a person familiar with the matter said on Monday. And then, he's asking for certain changes, what they got to do, what's going on with, New York-based Shrine has increased its ownership fivefold since then, buying another 6.4 million shares of Disney. That's a lot of shares of Disney you own, right? And then guess what's going on with these guys at the board? They're sitting there saying, what the hell are we doing with Disney? What are we doing with Disney? Guys, we got to make money. I'm not putting money into Disney because I'm running a nonprofit. I understand this liberal stuff you guys got that you want to do. And we're listening to all these people that are working at Disney that are telling us how many candidates or actors or stuff need to be part of the LGBTQ community. If we start losing money, we're not happy, right? Yep. Disney shareholders. That makes it very honest. Why? Because you have to produce a product that works for people. If malls are already getting destroyed The mall business model is already not working.
Yep.
The mall business model is already a thing of the past. Malls today are more of a showroom. Come here, see this, and then go buy online. How many people you see go to the mall do this? How many of you have done this before? You go, you're like, okay, let me see how much this thing is. Then you go straight on Amazon.
Yeah.
Discount, boom. Okay, this thing's at $2.99 here. I can buy it for $198 on such and such. Okay, great, babe. Order one of these. It's at your house the next day. Sometimes the same day. The other day we ordered something for the kids. At 1 o'clock, by 6 o'clock, it was on our front porch. I'm like, wait, what do you? Why would you even go to the mall?
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you? Now you order, food comes to you. Now you order, shop comes to you. So for me, there's a part of this, the $120 billion, that these businesses that are moving to states like Florida, Texas, Carolina, some of these places, it's because capitalism's eventually going to get the people who risked all their money, who spend hours, months, years working their businesses, risking all this stuff. They're going to say, what are we doing with all this stuff? I don't think this business model is going to work for too long, but they're destroying the mall model
100%.
for allowing people to shoplift. That's what I think.
Yep. And I wonder who's going to take over those malls.
Let's go.
Can I give you my thoughts on
Go for
California?
it. Yeah, let's hear it.
Look, Pat, where am I from? What state?
I would say you're probably
No, born and raised my whole life, Pat.
Lubbock, Texas.
Stop it. Don't bullshit me now.
Come on, where are you from, bro?
You know where I'm from, Pat.
Florida.
I'm born and raised Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to school in Tallahassee, Florida. I've been living in Tallahassee for half of my life. California, I've never lived there. Never would. Shit show. No, like I went to San Francisco. They were literally giving shit maps, poop show. So like the woke shit show that is California, it's too far gone. You had DeSantis on here yesterday. He's gonna debate what's that pretty boy or Newsom, this freaking guy. U-Haul Employee of the Year, 3 years running, Gavin. But he goes on Hannity, and he's got his little stats and his facts, and Hannity's lightweight. You think he can't compete with me? He's slick talking, fast talking, just pay for play politician. You know what's probably gonna happen? You know Joe Biden ain't making it. It's probably be this fucking Yahoo, looking all plastic, looking like he's a main character in American Psycho.
But you got to give him credit the way he plays basketball. Do you have that clip of him playing basketball?
He ran over one of those commie kids in China.
And spanked them. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh my God.
Jimbo.
That's what they do in Hollywood.
Jimbo,
though.
he spanked. He
Yeah.
not only did an offensive that he might have inadvertently started World War III.
Wait a
minute,
He charges him and then spanks this. Look,
Yeah.
look.
That's your
but,
governor.
But
California.
go a little bit prior. Yeah, play that because he's got a little bit of
He
game.
got
Okay,
handled.
watch this. Go
Here
for
we
it.
go.
Yeah,
Hold.
And now, hang
there
on,
you go, there
hang
it
on.
goes. Look at that. Okay. Okay. Well, he messed up.
Yeah, where he was probably born, China, commie
Look,
China, CCP.
Little behind the back. And then
That's
look,
actually respect right there. And then boom.
Charging.
See, I
Wait, no, watch
guarantee those
this,
are not
watch this.
Ferragamo
You guys-
shoes.
Oh, there comes the Epstein move. The
tell you.
Epstein move right there.
You don't spank and then.
Let me tell you something. If Trump was out there,
Yeah.
he'd
He'd be in jail
run over
already.
all those kids and dunk
He'd be in
on
jail.
China.
Yeah, but he'd be in jail after
China.
doing that. He'd be in
No,
jail.
whatever. I'm just saying, like, Gavin Newsom, he ain't the real deal. We know that.
Okay, let's go to the next story. That was very insightful.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.